Welcome back, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. It's Ben Brock again at the Optum Care Community Centers. I'm back with Colleen, and Colleen, you're going to take us through a Tai Chi workout today?
I am going to go through some Tai Chi. It'll be fantastic. So we'll work on some balance, some range of motion, and of course, just overall stress management by calming down.
Fantastic. I can't wait. Before engaging in this program, make sure you are in good physical condition and do not suffer from any known disability or condition which would prevent or limit your participation in this exercise program. An examination by a physician should be obtained by anyone prior to commencing a fitness and/or exercise program, or initiating a substantial change in the amount of regular physical activity performed. If you choose not to obtain a physician's consent prior to beginning this fitness program, you should continue at your own risk. It is your sole responsibility to participate in exercises that are appropriate for the current status of your health. It is your responsibility to ask your doctor if this activity is appropriate before participating. This program is not medically supervised, and exercise activities are led by independent fitness instructors or employees of Optum Care. Optum Care Network of Arizona is not responsible for the actions or omissions of the instructors or other program participants.
All right, everyone, welcome in for today's Tai Chi class. So we're going to just jump right in and start with getting our body in good order. We're going to go through a few warm-up movements of Qigong. Feet should be straight, knees unlocked. So about 60% of the weight is in the heels, about 40% in the front of the foot. So my toes do grip the ground like an eagle grips a branch. So I do have kind of that active foot occurring. Knees unlocked, like I said, tailbones gently dropping, so not overly tucked. So low belly lifts, tailbone slightly tucking, chest is slightly down. Shoulders are going to be open, just like we always do. In fact, let's inhale, roll the shoulders, and exhale, bring them back. Inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. So we start with our breath. Tai Chi is that slow moving breath. We're going to start, elbows float out, fingers are kind of toned down, chin is toned down. I picture maybe holding a grapefruit under the chin. Eyes are going to be soft, maybe a slight bamboo slit of light right underneath. I'm going to go ahead and start a couple of deep breaths in and out of the nose. So inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. In. And out. As you inhale through the nose, relax the belly, no pushing. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, relaxing. Exhale, drawing. Just a couple of more. Slowing the breath. In. And out. Good. We inhale, we're going to circle, we're going to raise the arms, stretch up, and exhale, set it down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, set. And again, in and out. So we're going to do a few warm-up movements of Qigong just to get everything woken up and the circulation moving. So we'll start interlacing the fingers just in front of the body. So I'm going to inhale, I'm going to bring the fingers up, give them a little bit of a stretch. Then I'm going to turn the hands down and I'm going to push them gently down, dropping the shoulders, pulling the wrists slightly back. Okay, and then I'm going to inhale, bring the hands in front of the chest, and exhale, find this extension. Now here's the trick, is the shoulders like to creep up. So make sure the shoulders stay broadened and down, chin stays toned down, and you're resting in those heels. So I push my kidneys back and my hands forward. Inhale, I'm going to bring the hands up to the forehead. I'm going to push them up and out at a diagonal. Now, depending on the range of motion within my shoulders is how far I'm going to lift the arms above the head. While keeping the shoulders down, I'm going to see if I can slowly raise those arms over the head. Tailbone down, shoulders down. Don't let them creep up. Remember to keep breathing through this, so no holding the breath. So we inhale. Exhale. Now, inhale. And if you can, exhale, we're going to stretch up. And if you're okay with the balance, rise up on the toes. Inhale, we're going to come down, plant the heels, push one heel down, both heels down, reach up and over. Try to avoid bowing forward. I want to stay like I'm leaning against a wall. Inhale, I come up. Exhale, I'm going to reach. Inhale, I'm going to come down, root the heels. Exhale, I'm going to find that extension. Inhale, I'm going to draw up. Exhale, up and out. Inhale, down. And exhale over. Inhale. Exhale. In. And out. Good. I'm going to come back to center. Now, I know you want to drop your hands, but instead we're going to push them up like we're pushing inside an imaginary snow globe. I'm going to push the hands. I'm going to sweep them all the way out, drop the shoulders. I'm going to go nice and slow. So I'm just waking up all that circulation in the arm and getting that moving. As I'm ready, then I can release the hands. Next, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be opening the neck some. So you're going to take one hand of your choice and you're going to put it on your hip. The other hand of your choice comes by your ear. Now, to increase this, should you want, you could take the hand on the hip and slide it some behind the back as far as you like, depending on the range of motion, as long as that shoulder doesn't come forward. So I'm going to keep that shoulder nice and open. This hand can walk towards the other ear. Elbows back, shoulders flat, like you're standing against the wall. Just turn the neck. So I'm going to take an in breath and an out breath. I'm going to turn and look over the shoulder of the arm that's down. Inhale, I'm going to give it a switch. And exhale, I'm going to give it a turn. I can look slightly up and back if it's okay on my neck, but I'm going to maintain my range of motion and just oh so gently and sweetly work that edge. Exhale, give it a turn. Inhale. And exhale, lifting. And again, inhale. And exhale. Good. This will be our last one. In breath. So trying to clear that cervical spine. There's so much tension that sticks there. And we release. It's where the neck, the spine, and the shoulders come together. We walk around like this. So we've got to keep that tension kind of cleared and released. Next, we're going to do one more for the arms and we'll begin to work with the legs. So we're going to take the hands and I'm going to do something called seating the wrist. So I'll show you from the side. I'm going to take the hands and I'm trying to pull the fingers towards the face and push the heel of the hands away while dropping the shoulders and having the elbows in a micro bend. So please don't lock the arms at any point. Tai Chi never locks the joints. So here we're going to relax that. The middle finger relaxes forward. This is actually a Tai Chi palm. So we'll be using that for that piece. So relaxing the middle finger. Now we'll take, for just an example, we're going to take the arms out to the side and I'm going to pretend to push two walls. So maybe it's Indiana Jones and the walls coming in or something like that. So I'm going to push hands on either side, like I have walls coming in and I resist back. Shoulders down, elbows down, pull the fingers to the face. You'll be surprised how much effort this is. Pull the fingers in, push the heels of the hands away. You'll actually get immediately warm kind of doing this. Now we're going to take just one hand of your choice and push it straight up. Same effort on the sky, dividing heaven and earth, pushing down. So shoulders down, seating the wrist. So I have a good breath, knees unlocked, tailbone down. Now, I bring the hands in to hold a ball. So I'm going to take that bottom hand by the navel and the top hand by the solar plexus, holding a ball. I'm going to take that ball, palms across from each other, and turn that ball over. Then I'm going to exhale and divide. So it's an inhale to hold the ball, and an exhale to divide. Shoulders down, opening the side body. In. Turning that ball, palms stay equal. Exhale. Inhale. So have the body working, the breath. The mind focuses on the middle finger, the upper hand. Lifting the eyes. Inhale. Keeping a focus, keeps the mind from wandering away. And exhale. Last one. Inhale, I bring it back to center. Hold that ball. Give it a turn and exhale, divide. Okay, so we're going to release and set. Next, gather in the sun to press the earth. So I'm going to be opening the lower body because we'll be eventually going into our horse stance. So I start with my feet relatively close. All the way closest is most difficult. Feet, shoulder distance, hip distance is going to give you a little leeway. So I'm going to be bowing forward in this. If your blood pressure is high or low, feeling dizzy, when you come down, you're going to stop right here and keep the head above the solar plexus. If you're feeling okay today, you can drop the head. Just go nice and easy and pay attention as we go. So we're going to start with the hands out in front. Okay, and we're going to take a big circle over the head. So opening up, we're going to bring the pinkies together. We're going to rub the ribs. We're going to support the kidneys, lift the chin, stretching chin and navel. Makes a funny noise. So keep that stretch. Now I come forward. I keep this arch. I want to have a flat back. I'm coming down. So if I'm dizzy, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, I'll stop here, osteoporosis. Otherwise, I can come down, slide the hands down the back of the legs, and press towards the floor. Then bend the knees, touch the inner leg. We're going to roll up, chin in, all the way to standing, and we call it straighten a white beard to the belly. So a long white beard. So it's an inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Inhale, forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll. Exhale, set. I'll show you one from the side. Big circle. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Arch. Chin up, please. Eyes up. Look up, look up. Then, if you're okay, you can drop the head. Otherwise, you're staying up, reaching for the floor, your shins, your toes, whatever you can reach. We're always just slowly increasing that range. Rolling up, chin in, one vertebrae at a time. Very important. And then exhale. Straighten the beard. Good. So now we did a little bit of opening. You can always do more of those. I recommend 9 a day. We're going to take into our horse stance. So we start with feet together. A great way to discover your own horse stance is starting with the feet together, taking the toes out, heels out, toes out, feet straight. So I want to be in a double hip distance width apart. Now, if I'm accommodating for some type of hip, knee, or ankle concern, I might adjust with the toes open, just depending on what I have going on. Ideally, in a horse stance, you'd actually be slightly pigeon-toed, and it kind of sits you back. I do want to have 60% of my weight in my heels and 40% in the front of the foot, gripping the ground and kind of pressing down. With that weight in the heels, the tailbone has a slight anchor or drop to it. So it's not overly tucked. It's just a drop to it. Low belly's lifting, chest is open. Now, 2 big rules with horse stance, actually 3. I have one rule. First is just keep on with your breath. So nice deep breath, always going. Now, when we go down in our horse stance, the knees stay behind the shoelaces. If you're not wearing shoes, imagine where the shoelaces are. So we come down, and then I have to keep the spine straight. So from the side view, no, yes. And I only get to go down as far as I can while keeping the back straight and the knees behind the toe. If it's not very far, that's fine. We have all the time to work on it. So we start here. We're going to reach the hands up with an inhale, stretching up, hands to heart. Exhale, coming down, horse stance. And you're going to find your own depth. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. So we're just starting to kind of fire up the legs, get the tissue in the legs warm, the small muscles, tendon, ligaments, the larger muscles. We're not really holding this stance at the minute, but we're going to be using this stance in our Tai Chi quite a bit. So we'll inhale and we'll exhale. Good. One more. We're actually going to hold it for a count of 10. Find a depth that you can commit to that feels safe, but a little bit of effort. We'll say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stand. Good. You can go ahead and shake that out. We're actually going to go back into that stance. So we'll be needing that stance. So again, feet together. If you know where that is, you can just go right into it. Maybe you've practiced enough to know that. Otherwise, toes out, heels out, feet straight. Just a nice, safe way to get there. Find a nice stance. If you need to make it less, that's fine. If you need to make it more, that's fine. So here what we're going to do is we're going to be moving from our Qigong warm-up into a little bit more of the Tai Chi. So this is a sinking and rising. And so the front of the foot, I want you to picture in your head 2 triangles on your feet. There's a little triangle from your big toe, pinky toe, ball of the foot, small triangle. Big triangle, big toe, pinky toe, heel. Large triangle. And we're going to be shifting between these 2. So first is I'm just going to shift forward to that small triangle. I lift my heels enough just to put like your driver's license under. Then I keep the toes down and I shift into the heels and I sink down. So Tai Chi begins in the feet. So it goes foot, waist, and then hands. So I'm going to go forward in the foot and then I'm going to lift and arch the waist a little. Then I go back in the heels and I round the back a little. I'll show you from the side. So I inhale. I can even put my hands here, come up, and then come down. Inhale. Exhale. So I continue that. We add the hands. It's the third piece. So first forward in the foot, then arch in the spine, then hands come up, then sink in the heels. In. And down. In. And out. Front of the foot, arch the back, lift the hands, sink in the heels, round the back, elbows in, hands follow. Inhale. Tai Chi is a water element, so it should be smooth, fluid, and we're trying to kind of clear any kind of ratchetness out of it. So we're just trying to work on being smooth, working on the breath, staying in that state of calm. We are working on balance some by shifting forward and back. We do this exercise for a while, getting used to the forward and back. So we're always trying to balance opposites in Tai Chi. We're going to be doing forward and back. In a moment, we'll do left and right. So inhale and I lift. Then I exhale and I sink. If I want something to focus on, I use my breath. Maybe I look at my first fingernail on one of my hands. This is about focusing with the present moment in the mind, keeping still. We're going to do 3 more. As you're ready, in, out. Last 2. In, out. And next one, in and out. All right, nice job. So we stand. You can kind of shake that out just a little bit. So here, we're going to do 1 more, and this is a balance. So I said we were working on doing the opposites. We had forward and back, and we'll be doing left and right. So I'm going to start with the feet shoulder distance apart, give or take. So hands can be on the hips. I can have a tall spine, knees unlocked, feet are nice and equal. Now we're going to be shifting your weight side to side. So I keep my knees bent. Now when I shift, I don't want to teeter. If you'll notice this tendency, I actually want to glide. So I'm just going to shift. I'm going to put one hip over that heel. I'm going to take the other hip over that heel. I'm trying to keep the inner legs strong so they don't have a collapsing in. So I shift one side, pick either side that works for you. So we're going to shift to one side and then shift to the other. This is called stacking. So here I'm going to stack heel, hip, shoulder. So it doesn't look like this and it doesn't look like that, okay? So I try and find that. So now as we go to one side, we're going to do this. We're going to shift to one side. We're going to lift one arm. Not too hard, right? And we're going to come down. We're going to bring it back. I'm going to shift to the other side. I'm going to lift that arm. Okay, pretty reasonable. So I'm going to shift, lift the arm. I'm going to lift the opposite heel. Now I'm going to shift, lift the arm, lift the heel. Good. Now I'm going to take it again. So I'm going to shift, lift the arm, lift the heel, and now I'm going to reach the toe forward. False stance. So it looks like I have weight in that stance. So I'm going to shift back to the other side. And then I can put that toe forward. And then I can go to the other side once again, shifting my weight, dotting, and reaching that toe. False stance, empty weight. So I shift, switch the arms, lift the heel, dot the toe. Coming back, shift the weight. Try and stay one height as you do this. Reach the toe. Now I'm going to add a level of complexity. You don't have to take this. As I shift, I thread the needle. That bottom hand comes up the inner arm. And then I set. Kidneys back, hands push forward. This is a white crane. So I shift, thread the needle, white crane. Shift, thread the needle, white crane. Shift, thread the needle, white crane. We're going to go through this a few times. So as I shift, now if reaching that toe isn't working for you, just lift the heel. All we're really trying to do is mixing right and left. Trying to put all the weight in one leg, empty the weight in the other, all the weight in the other leg, empty the other, and trying to do it smoothly, steady. So we do it here, and that helps us with balance in general. We have it in our muscle memory. We'll do 3 more. So I thread the needle, up, down, up, down. Last one, up, and down. So I know that's a tricky one. Have fun practicing and enjoying that one. Let's close by 3 pull downs. So we inhale, we reach up, and we exhale down. We inhale up, and we exhale down. Third and final. Exhale. All right, everyone, have a great day.